You mentioned the Perrier incident, like that's not necessarily a great impression to work for a next job. What would you feel is a good impression of a first-time PA?
No, I mean, the Perrier thing's fine in that, he said, oh, Greg likes Perrier, hey, do you want me to get you one? I'll make sure there's one with you after, whatever, just communicate. Don't become somebody sucking up, nobody wants
Right,
that.
okay.
We had a director once who drank Diet Coke, and we realized, sort of funnily, they kept drinking Diet Coke throughout the morning, and so you get to 7 or 8, which isn't healthy anyway. And so we started marking them, 1, 2, 3, and he goes, what are you doing? He goes, why does it have 4 on it? He says, this is your 4th one. He goes, why does it have 7 on it? It's your 7th one. He goes, stop it. So then the next time he switched to coffee, and so he looked at the bottom, and the PAs were now marking him in Latin, alpha, beta, and but it became a thing. It became funny. And so he goes, what are you going to do, Cyrillic next? So the next day we came in, they were marking him in Cyrillic. I don't know how they figured that one out. Way too much time. But you want somebody who's friendly. And the thing I tell people is, a lesson that I learned a long time ago was, before my career was really going, I was working at a computer company, doing telemarketing. I knew computers, so I could put together a computer, and so they said, oh, he knows computers. He can talk on the phone. You'll call people up and go, hey, you want to buy a giant computer, mainframes, or mini mainframes? So I sat in with a salesman once, these guys that were driving Mercedes and very successful guys making, at the time, what was a lot of money. And the guy said to a couple of the new salesmen in the room, and to us, few in the back, that were the telemarketers, if you're going to be in this business, you need to be able to call your clients and talk to them as people. Know that, how are their kids doing? Where do they go to school? What kind of, do they follow the baseball team or the local football team? You need to be able to talk to them. Because if you don't, if they're just people that are buying things from you, you're not going to enjoy this. It's going to eat your lunch. You want to be friends with everybody. I want to be able to go, hey, how's it going? What have you been up to? I haven't seen you in a while. Last time I talked to you, weren't you guys remodeling? Weren't you going to, how was the trip? Because what it takes is, it takes the edge off everything. This is a business that can make you desperate. I gotta make a living. I gotta get the next thing. So since we know that we're all in the business together, and then at some point or another we're going to work together at some point again, then let's just take all that nonsense away and let's just talk. How's it going? How was it this morning? How was breakfast? And at the same token, there's a lesson I learned. I was working in Mexico on a show once, and it didn't matter if the set was on fire, if we were attacked by wild dogs and aliens. If you didn't say good morning, the crew wouldn't talk to you. How's it going? What's up? Everything's fine. Good. Yeah. Now, by the way, this is what I need. And what it does is it makes us people looking at each other in the eyes.
Right.
It makes it civilized. Make the job civilized. Because if you're not careful, it becomes an uncivilized job. It becomes crazy, where you're getting abused, where your hours, which are already ridiculously long in unfriendly environments, it just takes the humanity out of it. And I don't have a desire to do that. I'd rather, be able to talk to people and say, here's what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to do it. And if there's any questions about it, let's go. And it's never that calm, but it's always that intention.
Greg, what are the most common jobs that lead in to first assistant? And after that, what comes after being a first AD? I mean, is it
well, there's a couple of ways to become a first AD. And the easiest way is you start as a PA, you become a second AD. And then after a while, the people that know you go, hey, he's interested in becoming a first, we have a chance. And so maybe they may give you second unit to first AD, they may give you a smaller project, but when you get your break, bust your butt and prove that you're worthy. It doesn't do you any good to be a first AD before you're ready, because if you're struggling, they'll see it, and then your opportunity will go away. But when you get the opportunity, you don't need to, you suddenly, it's like, I'm doing it now, I'm going to be the guy in charge. Right. Relax. Everybody knows that, probably everybody there knows that's your first chance. So let them help you. You are not, just because you're suddenly the guy in charge, having to suddenly take it all on your shoulders. They're there to see you be in charge, and they want to see you succeed. Let's hopefully, anyway.
Yeah.
You never know. Once you're a first AD and you make that a career choice, you have a couple of options, I think. One of them is you can work your way into line producing and production managing, basically moving up the ladder and inside the office, because you know how a set runs. So producers have to know how a set runs. You also have to know budgeting and how much a show costs and how post works, which is different than running a set, but that's all attainable information. And then from there, if you want to become a director, you're going to have to go probably into TV, or you're going to have to shoot short films or build a reel, because there's really the only chance that you're going to have to go from that. So there you go.
So Greg, thanks for spending the time with us.
My pleasure. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.